there's no need to scream and shout. As far as I can see, no, think it's time for you to leave in peace. As far as I can see, no, think it's time for you to leave in peace.
It is literally at the darkest moment, right, when it dawns. It is literally at the darkest moment. So you don't really even get to the next level to your darkest moments. So that's why I'm saying stop tripping when it get dark and you running. You running from your success. I never quit because I realized I went through why would you do something for 10 years, then quit? Why would you do something for 11 years, then quit? So for a lot of you, if you was gonna quit, you should have quit when you put your first grand in it. You like 20,000 deep now. You like 9,800 hours deep into it. It only takes 10,000 hours. It is not the darkest moment that's the problem. You the problem, and your perspective is the problem. You thought you was just gonna have a dream and a goal, and you were just gonna wake up and just walk into the sunset. You're like, dream, boom. It don't work like that. You have a dream, and then life punks you. Life punks you and say, do you really want this? You're gonna lose friends. Do you really want this? Do you really want this? Cousins gonna abandon you. People that you used to be like this with gonna think you bougie and don't wanna deal with you. It's a part of it, but I paid too much.
I was willing to completely die to any form of me that I had been so that I can birth the woman that I was becoming. The reason why a lot of people won't become who they want is because they're too attached to who they've been. And you hear it all the time when people say, I've always been this way. Okay, well, if that's working for you, keep doing that. I knew it wasn't working for me any longer. I had hit my version of rock bottom. So I was willing to let go of everything and everybody. See, another reason why people won't get there is because the doorway is for you to fit through. You trying to carry everybody else through because you're trying to be Rescue 911. And you got to rescue you first. I am much more valuable to my family and to my community because I was willing to let them go through the door myself, teach myself, learn myself, condition myself, and then come back and get them. I'm much more valuable to them now. But I had to go through a window time of 10 years of judgment. You leaving us, hanging out with white people all the time. You going to these crazy countries. We don't know what you... I had to be willing to allow my conviction to make me inconvenienced. See, we want to grow, but we want to stay liked by everybody. I was willing to be my own rescue at the risk of your approval. But most of us aren't like that. Facebook is an example. We want to be liked. Well, I woke up and I like myself today, so your like is extra. My job is to like me first. I was willing to say every day, Lisa, you like you? Lisa, are you proud of you? Lisa, are you playing full out? Every day before I checked in with anybody else. That's lonely, by the way. Why won't most people do it? Because it's scary and it's lonely.
If I was gonna quit, I would have quit in the abandoned building when I wanted to commit suicide and take my life. I should have quit when I heard my voice say, your mama don't want you, your own daddy don't want you, take your life. I got through that, so why I'm gonna quit over an F on a grade? Come on. And so I'm telling y'all, you have come too far to quit now. You have invested too much to quit now. You have lost too much to quit now. Don't cry about it, don't whine about it. Get a reward for your pain.
What the hell were you all waiting for to start attacking life? Waiting for the stars to align? Back when I was growing up, the sun came out. All I need is a miracle. Well, guess what? That miracle ain't coming. There is no perfect time to start. You gotta start now with changing your life. We're all being tested in life. And guess what? This is one test you can't cheat on. We all have our own test. Some of us are obese. Some of us are depressed. Some of us are insecure. In the military, we have this big old rucksack on their back. Have batteries, water, extra gear. Your extra gear is you're dealing with in life. And the only way to overcome it is for you and you alone to face it. You have to do your best work when you're least motivated. So those days you don't want to do it, guess what you gotta do? You gotta suck it the f up and do it. Stay hard.
Your imagination, guys, is a preview of your life's coming attractions. For me, man, I'm really attracted to see that preview. I can't wait for what's about to come. I look forward to it. I'm not fearful of it, because I'm paying my dues now to open that present of life later. That's the reward. I'm putting the work now to make sure when I unwrap that, something that puts a smile on my face, a song in my heart. It's worth all this sweat equity, all the failures in life, all the short successes, everything that's added up to create those moments. Don't be scared to fail. I know it sucks at times, but we all do it. It's far better guys who have gone and failed and have never tried to succeed, never put any effort out there to want to further yourselves. That's a failed life. When you don't try to succeed, when you go after something and you fail, you just failed an opportunity, a moment. Life's made up of many of them. The ones that never try to succeed, that's a failed life. Ain't no good, man.
You're never really defeated until you're defeated on the inside. Probably nobody walked in here today. When we get discouraged, we almost feel ashamed. We almost feel embarrassed. We almost feel guilty. We don't want anybody to know that we're discouraged. I doubt when you turned to your neighbor and said hello or whatever, they spoke up and said, I'm really discouraged today. I feel like quitting. I'm thinking about I'll tell you, I've had it. Nobody does that. And yet, it's almost like we ignore the dangers of prolonged discouragement. When you understand that, what really causes discouragement is given in this text. The Bible said they were discouraged because of the way. They were discouraged because of the why. They were saying, why are we in this desert? Why are we going through this? Why are we in this wilderness? Why? And usually when people get discouraged, it's because of the way. You thought it would be an easy way, and it's a hard wilderness way. And when you don't have answers for your questions, no explanations as to why it seems everything's going wrong. And then on top of that, you're waiting and waiting and waiting. This breeds discouragement. Discouragement is born when we compare ourselves with somebody else. When we begin to compare ourselves with somebody else. But let me tell you what ought to cause great joy to come to your life is if you'd stop comparing yourself to other people and you would just remember where you came from and remember where you started. You're doing more, you're seeing more, you're achieving more. But if you start comparing yourself with someone else, you can get discouraged because they're doing more maybe than you're doing. But the greatest way to get on your feet and praise the Lord is just think about where I came from. Just think about where I am today. And it's encouraging to not compare yourself with others, but to remember how far you've come and where you started. Another area that causes discouragement, and this is so important, is trying to force fruit out of season. The Bible said as long as the earth exists, there's seed, time, and harvest. There's seed, there's the promise, and then there's the promise, but there's time between seed, time, notice seed, time, promise. You can't ignore the time. When a woman is pregnant, the doctor gives her a due date. And that's why the scripture said, do not be weary in well-doing, for there is a season called due season. And in due season, you will reap if you don't faint. So hear the word of the Lord today. Many people are trying to get fruit in the season before it's due. And the point is, you cannot force something to happen out of season, and you have to learn to wait. But many people get discouraged. Discouragement will cause a loss of enthusiasm about life, about purpose, about life in general, about everything. A discouraged person is a person who has lost passion and enthusiasm. Isolation is a glaring symptom of discouragement. The devil wants you to isolate yourself, pull away from people, pull away from family, get discouraged, get depressed, cave in emotionally, and separate, isolate yourself. And anytime the enemy isolates you, it's to devastate you. When you feel least like coming, that's the sign you need to get here the most. Another symptom of discouragement is paralysis. Discouragement will freeze your actions. The paralysis of analysis. You're discouraged and you're afraid to do anything and take any chance and any risk. You know, if you're not careful, discouragement will halt your advancement. It'll cause you to just not trust your own judgment and have the courage to make the right decision. Discouragement, notice this in the Bible, will affect your speech. When they got discouraged, they started murmuring and complaining. And discouragement always shows up in your talk. Your words will be slurred with negativism. Your words will be slurred with whining and self-pity. Another symptom and sign of discouragement is a loss of inspiration, a loss of motivation, a loss of aggression about life. And when your get up and go has got up and went, you're discouraged. Discouragement is the despair of wounded self-love. Discouragement produces cowards. The very word discouragement means to basically just suck the courage out, draw and drain the courage out of a person. To be discouraged is to lose all courage. You will not step out. You will not risk. You will not try. Discouragement will make you a coward if you let it stay.
Sometimes your life will be in a slump, just like sports. Some of the best shooters can't hit baskets different times in games. They get in a slump. Do they sit on the sideline and say, you know, I just didn't hit a basket today? No, they continue to execute. I suggest to you that if you are facing a challenge, don't stop. Stay busy. Work your plan. Continue to do those things that you know that work for you after you have evaluated yourself in the situation. Continue to move. Stay busy, stay busy, stay busy. Repeat out to me. Help somebody. And help yourself. Because what you give is what you get. Find somebody that you can help so you can forget about you for a moment. See, sometimes the best thing to do is to be. Sometimes you have to just back up and go within yourself. A bow and arrow, you can't take a bow and just push it out an arrow. You just can't push the arrow out. You have to pull it back and then release it. Sometimes you have to back up and go within and pray and meditate and recharge your batteries. Go away, clear your head, and then come back and look at it from a different vantage point. Don't operate while you're under the spell or the effect of what's going on.
I'm not gonna sit here and tell you life is gonna be Ron Howard happy days every day. It's not gonna be that way. Matter of fact, it's probably gonna be the opposite. You see, the enemy is gonna throw everything he has in his toolbox at you. Now, he can't stop you himself, but his objective is to get you to stop you. This message is for the struggle, for all those going through trials and tribulations. People in this world are gonna fool you, disappoint you, turn their back on you. The closest around you are gonna give up on you. And when things hit the fan, everybody's gonna run. You're gonna look around and you're gonna be all alone. I'm just keeping it real with you, because somebody out there needs to hear what I'm saying. This ain't a motivational video. Man, this is life. This ain't no game to me, and I know what you're going through. And I'm gonna speak life into you right now. Nothing, listen to me, nothing can stop you. God will never leave you nor forsake you, and that is all you need. There's a power inside of you that you can only discover when you are truly alone. Just as the waves on a beach shore come in and out, people will do the same. Relationships are like music, and you should never make music with anybody who doesn't understand, appreciate, and value your lyrics. Sometimes you just gotta let these people go. You gotta know your worth. Sometimes you just gotta let them people go. You gotta stop chasing people who don't appreciate you. Sometimes in this life, champion, you gotta remind the world just who you are. And you don't do this by telling them with your mouth. You tell them with your actions. You make your actions speak loud and proud to who you are. Don't let the world convince you that you're nobody. You're somebody who just don't know it yet. Do you hear what I'm saying, champion? I'm speaking to the champion in you. Rise, champion. The way of the warrior. Champion eyes. Get back up. My spirit cries. Fear dies. Choked out by the scream. The desire to climb and live out my dream. Take it for the team. Discipline reigns. I wanted too bad to listen to the pain. I'm a winner. To God be the glory. Tragedy and setbacks, an inspirational story. Warriors like me, we were strategically designed for the struggle. Many before me gave up and quit. Acted all bad to the first time they got hit. But see, blood don't scare me. I fear not death. Whatever it takes, champion, to be the best of the best. I was made for war. I cry out to heaven, blessed and unstoppable, an immortal legend. Climb, I say, the unclimbable mountain. Kicking and punching, I just keep on pounding. I found it. That deep desire to win. I remember defeat and I say, never again. See, warriors like me, we were born and strategically designed for the struggle. The way of the warrior, champion eyes. Get back up, my spirit cries. Fear dies, choked out by the screams. The desire to climb and live out my dreams. Take it for the team. Discipline reigns. I want it too bad to bow to pain. I'm a winner. To God be the glory. Tragedy, setbacks, an inspirational story. Many before me gave up and quit. Acted all bad to the first time they got hit. Blood don't scare me. I fear not death. Whatever it takes, champion, to be the best of the best. Climb, I say, the unclimbable mountain. Kicking and punching, I just keep on pounding. Because I'm a warrior, and that's what we do. I'm Billy Osbrooks, blessed and unstoppable. To God be the glory.
Success
is a war over the invisible. It's having the faith and vision to see what could be, can be, and will be when consistently watered with an undeniable grind. Truth, the language of those who are truly alive. Soaring on wings of faith, they gracefully fly, radiating the power that they found down inside. Wrapped in fire, watch the chosen climb. Something in them refuses to be denied. Seizing the moment, they know the time has arrived. Refusing to doubt or believe any of his lies. We call these people overcomers because they know how to climb. Everywhere that you look around you, you can sense that people don't want to see you succeed. But I'm gonna plant this in your spirit. The fire and truth on the inside of you will make room for you, whether the haters like you or not. Doubt is the best salesman that there's ever been. He gets up every day and knocks on your door trying to sell you on the lie that you aren't good enough. But those who can sit in silence and still believe shall one day hear the music of that which they believe for. Each time you face something you fear, in truth, you go to a deeper level of growth, awareness, and personal power. See, the fire grows inside of you when you own and accept everything about you. It's time to stop running and climb. There's 3 types of people in this world. Those in the game, those on the sidelines, and those in the stand watching. The time has come for you to make a decision right now. Which one of those 3 do you want to be? Climb. Now you could tell when somebody's about to go to the next level in life, because you can see it in their eyes when the world turns their back on you. Climb. When the whole world calls you crazy because your dream is so big. Climb. And when you feel like you are at the end of yourself and that you can't take another step, still climb. The most difficult and pivotal times in your life, you will have to travel alone. But those who can sit in silence and still believe shall one day hear the music that they believe for. Climb. Warriors and overcomers, they know how to climb. As an heir to the promise, God has given you an inheritance beyond your own capability. The only way you will be able to come in possession of this inheritance is by faith. The real revolution is self-awareness. It's when you awaken to the truth that you yourself determine your own peace, success, and outcome in life. Real success, real transformation, real emancipation starts when you finally awaken to your own individual power and the God who gave it to you. Then you boldly wrap yourself in faith and unleash yourself upon the world. Climb, champion. Climb, warrior. Climb, overcomer. Climb, soldier. Climb, wrapped in fire. The chosen climb. This is Billy Allsbrooks. And I am blessed and unstoppable. Fire, truth, music. And to God be the glory. Champions are champions because they master the art of getting back up. Now, no matter what you do or how much you prepare, at some point in your life, you are gonna get knocked down. But see, for the legends, champions, warriors, and for the overcomers, no obstacle, no trial, no tribulation, no situation is strong enough to keep them there. Put that loss and defeat behind you. Awaken the giant within you. How you respond right now will define you. Tap into that greatness on the inside of you. They doubt you, so the world will try you. But don't you let anything deny you. Show the world you still have fight in you. Let them all see that champion inside of you. Let them all see that champion inside of you. Each challenge you face is a great big mirror that allows you to see inside yourself. The way you respond to struggle will reveal to the world who you really are. Being a champion isn't just about the doing part. It's about the being part. You gotta become that person. I wanna ask you this question. Are you living life Or is life living you? You keep accepting average. Why? You keep settling for average. You keep conceding to average. Why? You weren't designed to be mediocre, to be average, to be nothing less than the best warrior. Legend. Show them what a champion looks like. The bitter taste of defeat, the sting of a loss. Never again, said the champion. Whatever the cost, fight back to the day they bury me. Do or die by any righteous means necessary. I will overcome because that's who I am. Mama didn't raise no quitter. The struggle's real, but my God's bigger. Mama didn't raise no quitter. The struggle's real, but my God's bigger. Fearless. Nothing's gonna stop me. Average is the only thing that haunts me. I won't buy the lies the enemy tells me. Unstoppable. My God won't fail me. I am tight, denier, beast mode, vision. I dream with my eyes cold. I am tight, denier, beast mode, vision. I dream with my eyes cold. Hungry, dedicated to greatness. Victory's mine. I'm gonna take it. The struggle's real. The climb made me. The pain hurt, but it did not break me. The pain hurt, but it did not break me. The pain hurt, but it did not break me. Mama didn't raise no quitter. I told life, whatever you got, bring it on. My God's bigger. That's why I'm blessed and unstoppable. Legends and champions. This is Billy Allsbrooks, and my God still lives. And to him be the glory. Success is not created. It's always been there. We just have to align our thinking with it, and by doing so, success becomes visible to the outside world. Success is not achieved, it's displayed. Greatness is always available to those who are willing to think in a way that will allow it to manifest itself. Now, what I'm gonna do here on this message is teach you the art of greatness, the 7 elements that dictate success. Circumstances are born out of a consciousness that allows them to exist. So the first element that you have to tap into, if you want to go to the next level, is vision. I like to back everything up with scripture. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Success starts with self-awareness. So what you have to do is awaken to your true identity. See, greatness made you, therefore greatness is in you. God did not design you to be average, mediocre, lukewarm. That would be going against his own nature. You will never fully understand who you are until you accurately see your Father. And your Father loves you. You are not here by mistake. You have a purpose in life. You have a calling on your life. There is a need, a void in this world that only you can feel. You have been given specific natural talents, gifts, and abilities perfectly suited for what you've been called to do. Now, contrary to popular belief, you were designed for more than just doing a 9-to-5, just scraping by month, living just above broke. That is not God's plan for your life. I'll back it up. I came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. He's talking about you, abundant life, pressed down, shaken together, running over. What dream did God plant inside of you? Each and every one of us has a dream God put in there. All we have to do is awaken to it. The enemy's objective is to keep you so busy every day, to keep you wore out doing that job that you were never designed to do, to keep you so tired that you never have time to sit down and ask, what am I called to do? What was I designed to do here on earth? If you want to experience success at the highest level, you got to start getting clear on what you want in life. If you don't have a vision for your life, you're going to be helping somebody else build their vision. Vision is the genesis of all greatness. You build success first in the mind. You chisel away everything that doesn't belong in your life from that vision. You walk it out. You get up every day and build what is already there. Now I'm going to get a little deep on you right here. To manifest your dream fully, your mind must be held to a standard of unwavering fidelity to the belief that that dream has already been accomplished. wholeness. And wholeness is to yield one's entire being to the belief that the vision desired has already been attained. Now decide what it is that you want in life, and then get a vision for that in your mind, and then own it. I don't mean rent it. I don't mean lease it. I mean go to the title company, put the money down, and own that dream. Then you gotta capture it down on paper. Write the vision to make it plain so he that read it can run with it. You gotta get that vision down on paper. I know a man who writes down his goals every morning and every evening and reads them aloud before he starts the day and before he ends it. He's been doing that for the last 20 years, and now he's worth $100 million. You can do it too. See, these laws, these elements that I'm laying out here for you today, they're available for anybody. They're not a keeper of persons. They don't care who taps into them. They just obey. Anybody that aligns with them will produce fruit with them. Truth does not discriminate. She loves all who embrace her. And that's you. All you got to do is tap into these principles that I'm laying out here for you. The second element to the art of greatness is the mindset. You got to address your mind. The word says, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. It's your mind that transforms your life. You can't get extraordinary results with an average mindset. It just don't work that way. Now hear me out. Thoughts are products of the mindset, and the mindset is the offspring of a belief system. To be successful, one must not just address the thoughts or the mindset, but dig deeper and adopt the belief systems and awareness that truly dictate success. To step fully into greatness, you gotta adopt Matthew 19:26 as the foundation of your thinking. And that's with God, all things are possible. With God, all things are possible. Now that with God part is consciousness and an understanding of who God is. It's also understanding where God is. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. That means God lives in you. You have the power of God residing on the inside of you. The world belongs to the bold. And once you know who's on the inside of you, you can aggressively attack your dream the way it needs to be attacked in order to become a reality. Champions refuse to entertain self-limiting beliefs in any way, shape, or form. That doesn't exist, because with God, all things are possible. All things are available to the one who believes. Because destiny is obligated by universal law to concede to the demands of unwavering faith. You gotta protect your mind. You gotta quarantine all doubters, haters, and naysayers who don't believe in your dream. You gotta get those people out of your life. Your dream is too important to let it be put in jeopardy by those around you. The only people you should have around you are warriors that believe. This is the mindset. See, champions don't make excuses. Champions make adjustments. If you want greatness, then you gotta commit to a complete abandonment of all thoughts and beliefs that run contrary to the outcomes that you desire. Only that which God has promised should you accept from the world, and nothing less. To settle for anything less than God has promised is to doubt God. A disciplined mind rooted in truth can do the impossible. Pour greatness into your mind daily. What you gotta do is surround yourself with greatness. People who understand it, exemplify it, and are constantly pursuing it. The only people I hang out with are the sick and hungry. People who are sick and tired of being average and hungry enough to do something about it. That's who you should hang out with. That's the mindset you gotta adopt if you wanna be unstoppable. The third element to the art of greatness is the inner standard. The standard that you hold yourself to day in and day out. Cultivate a spirit of excellence in everything you do. Now let me back this up with the word. Then this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes because an excellent spirit was in him. And the king thought to set him over the whole realm. To step fully into greatness, you gotta understand that average is the play, and you gotta refuse to have anything to do with it. Mediocre is too dangerous to leave unchecked. Here's where we make a mistake. When we think we can compartmentalize average. See, if you let average exist anywhere in your life, it will seek to spread to the other areas. There's nothing wrong with having big dreams and big goals. But in order to achieve them, you gotta put in place the inner standard that will produce that outcome that you want. Just like the world's tallest skyscrapers, Success must be built on a deep and solid foundation. Enduring prosperity can only be engineered with solid core values, strong righteous principles, and impeccable character. What do you want to stand for in life? There's an old saying, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. A standard of greatness should be the filter that you live your life through. Refuse to compromise or be swayed by your emotions. External circumstances should never dictate your actions. It's who you are at the core that should always command your response. Your inner standard is the personal code that you represent and choose to live by. Live by the code, the creed, the standard of greatness. No matter what you do, how big or how small, it should always be done with a spirit of excellence. Now the fourth element to the art of greatness is focus. The number one reason people fail is broken focus. They lose attention. They take their eye off the vision. They take their eyes off the prize. Now the word of God says, let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. That's Proverbs 4:25, written by Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived. You gotta refuse to give time, energy, or focus to anything that doesn't move you closer to your goals. Find out what's most important in your field or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Find out what's most important and then put all your time, energy, and resources there. You gotta keep your mind and your attention on the things that you actually do control. You take big challenges and break them down into small, manageable pieces. You take it one rep at a time, one set at a time, one day at a time, 1 week at a time. Keep all your attention on what you can control, what you can do right now, and put all your effort there. You gotta get tunnel vision. All you see is the dream and the things you gotta do to get there. That's it. Element 5 to the art of greatness is grind. That's your work ethic. When it comes to greatness, when it comes to success, your work ethic is your credit score. The only forms of payment are blood, sweat, and tears. Those are the only credit cards accepted here. You understand what I'm saying? Let's go to the word. Do you see a man skilled in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before obscure men. Your mind imagines the dream. But in order for destiny to bloom, it must be constantly watered with blood, sweat, and tears. Success comes directly off the assembly line of an intense work ethic. You can't purchase greatness with Bitcoin. The only currency accepted is sweat. You gotta hammer, bang, and chisel on your craft until you master it. You hear what I'm saying? They say it takes 10,000 hours of doing something before you master it. 20,000 to become a legend at it. Your grind and your preparation, those are weapons. You gotta use them. There's no goal or dream that can deny the person who masters the art of hard work. Success doesn't have to be complex. Just decide what you want and then grind at the level it takes to make it reveal itself. The sixth element to the art of greatness is discipline. Now let's go to the word. Therefore, I do not run aimlessly. I do not fight like I'm beating the air. No, I discipline my body and make it my slave so that after I preach to others, I myself will not be disqualified. Now, to achieve greatness, you must first master yourself. What you do consistently, you will eventually become. Your habits and daily routines must be in alignment with the outcomes you want to accomplish. Discipline is the daily process of creating the life you want by consistently chiseling away at the things that don't belong. You gotta stop letting your emotions steer your life. It's time for you to get behind the wheel and put your life on the trajectory that you want it to be. Your discipline must break your body's spirit until it becomes your slave. Dedication, determination, and commitment. These are the three great equalizers. There's a whole lot of people in the Hall of Fame. They're only of average talent, but they were disciplined. Your work ethic and your discipline are your transportation. Where is your vehicle taking you? That's the question. You want to go to the next level? You got to be hungry, dedicated, and fearless. One by one, you must overcome the daily temptations that stand against your dreams. Self-discipline is sacrificing the short-term benefits for a bigger, greater desired outcome. It's a loud declaration to the universe that says, what I want to achieve is more important to me than immediate gratification things that prevent me from it. How bad do you want to be successful? Self-mastery, discipline cannot be outsourced. It's a choice that only you can make. The price of victory must be paid with sweat day in and day out. Now the seventh element, the final element of the art of greatness is perseverance. And the word says, let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart. Now I like to say this, nothing can be denied the one that won't be denied. In order to do that, though, you gotta have a strong why, a motive, a motivation to do what it is that you want to accomplish. You gotta find you a why that you can run through walls with. What is the reason that you really want to be successful? What is that reason behind it? You gotta find something so strong that it wakes you up early in the morning and keeps you up late at night. No matter how many times life knocks you down, you just gotta keep getting back up. Keep applying pressure until the world folds unto your demands. Refuse to concede to any other outcome than the one set out for. God is not a halfway God. He's not gonna halfway heal you, halfway deliver you, halfway bless you. He's gonna go all the way, because with God, all things are possible. And when you believe that, when you have that kind of faith, you can persevere through anything. The secret to success is refusing to give up. Perseverance transforms average, everyday people into world champions. No matter what your goals are in life, there's gonna be massive challenges, huge setbacks, and heartbreaking disappointments. Each of these circumstances will disguise themselves as failure. To step into greatness, you must reject this lie and continue on towards your dream with even more determination. Don't buy the lie the devil's trying to sell you. Failure is not an option for a believer, you hear me? Failure is not an option, it does not exist. I'm not gonna lie to you and act like everything's gonna be all gravy, all good, all the time, because it's not. On the way to success, there will be many times when you feel crushed, exhausted, and alone. You'll be tempted to lay down, throw in the towel, and quit. But it's then, mighty warrior, that you must arise to the occasion. Arise, champion. Your choices during these soul-searching moments will eventually define you. Refuse to be a victim and claim the crown of glory by way of persistence. Keep applying pressure until the universe folds unto your demands. When you would rather die trying than live as a quitter, then you will step fully into greatness, and only then. I'm gonna say it one more time. Refuse to concede to any other outcome than the one set out for, the one believed for. All these elements I laid out here in the art of greatness are held together by faith. According to your faith, so be it unto you. All things are possible to him that believeth. Greatness made you, therefore greatness is in you. Don't settle for anything less than what you were meant to be, what you were designed to do. Don't let nobody tell you that you are average. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not good enough. That's a lie from hell. Know your worth. You are amazing just the way you are. Perfectly designed and strategically assembled for success. Go get what is yours. This is Billy Allsbrooks. I am blessed and unstoppable.
Struggle, struggle.
I'm a product of the
Struggle, struggle.
I'm a product of the
Struggle, struggle.
I'm a product of the
Struggle, struggle.
I'm a product of the Being at the top, they say it's lonely. But see, I don't fear being lonely. I fear being around average people who want me to be just like them. I needed people for so long, but they never came. And because no one came, I learned to live without them. I learned to get comfortable being lonely. I learned how to function in the dark. Now I'm dangerous. You see, people who don't need anyone and are comfortable being alone can accomplish anything. Hear me out now. You see, I don't fear rejection because I don't have any friends to reject me. See, the only two friends I have are vision and grind. And the three of us together are unstoppable. If you're looking for fear in my eyes, you're looking in the wrong place. See, I don't fear because I don't got nothing to lose. People that fear got something. I ain't got nothing. All I got is my dream. And best believe I'm gonna make that dream a reality. And not you or anyone is gonna stand in my way. I used to chase people and beg people to put me on, to open the door, to give me an opportunity. And every time they let me down. So I stopped asking and started taking. I'm a product of struggle. 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 I'm a product of those addicted to the fire become slaves to the burn. And I'm burning with passion for what I want to do in life. And all these 9 to 5 walking dead zombies trying to rain on my parade and tell me I'm a dreamer. So what? I'd rather die on my feet dreaming than crawl on my knees to a job that I can't stand to make somebody else rich. You got a heartbeat and you breathing, but you're not really living. You too scared to be who you supposed to be. You see, fear is a track star and you can't outrun it. The only way to beat it is to face it head on without flinching. Your upbringing is a joke. Your mom and daddy didn't prepare you. Your schooling didn't prepare you for life. They didn't equip you with the tools needed for you to stare down the thing you fear the most and laugh. See, you can only learn that in the dark. You can only learn that alone, and I learned that a long time ago. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I used to cry myself to sleep, but not now. It's not tears that hit my pillow, but sweat. So you feel what I'm saying? It resonates on the inside with you, cause I'm not saying it from my mind. I'm not saying it from my throat or my heart. I'm saying it from my spirit. Deep down, that's who I am. That's why when I speak, I set you on fire. Cause you know what I'm saying is real. You've been there too, and you know what it looks like. You know what it feels like. I'm not reading this out of some self-help book, bruh. Man, I live this here that I'm talking to you. They say, Billy, now if you want corporate jobs, if you want corporations to hire you to come speak, you need to tone your message down. I said, what? Man, I only know one speed, bruh, and that's raw. Straight up uncut, unstepped on. I ain't about to pollute or dilute my work for a paycheck. Are you kidding me? See, I understand the secret. The secret is setting yourself on fire. Money chases fire. Money chases value, and I'm gonna give it to you straight up. And any corporation that don't understand the fire, I don't want to speak to anyway, because they're not going to be here long. You see, the greats that actually changed the world, they understand my language. The Steve Jobs, the Google brothers, Jeff Bezos, Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Nick Saban, Bill Belichick, John Wooden, all these people knew you gotta be on fire if you wanna change the world. When you living in the dark, you got two choices, to stay there or turn into the flame, and I chose the lights, and I'm shining, and I'm gonna keep on shining, and I'm gonna burn my way with passion to the top. If people would've put me on, had people came to my rescue when I needed them emotionally, I would have never been prepared to achieve the levels of success that I now conquer. I'm not bitter, I just don't care. I'm not arrogant or cocky, I just know my worth. I'm not reckless, I just won't be denied what I know is already mine. See, the difference between me and the rest is I paid my college tuition in pain. There's no scholarships or free rides for greatness. Ain't no free meal tickets, no skipping line passes, and no power for friends to put you on. Ain't no one coming to save you. The one you looking for has already come. This is how it is when you a product of struggle. I'm 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 a product of struggle. This is the jungle, and only the strong survive. You see, I simulated the struggle day in and day out before the game ever began. Before I ever got in the ring, I won it in my mind. Now I laugh at every obstacle, every adversary, and every so-called setback. See, I'm not like the other people that you fought. I'm not like the other people you've been in the ring with. You say, oh no, Billy, you cocky. You are overconfident. You are underestimating your opponent. But that's not it. See, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Why I am so confident in my ability. Because I've already fought you in my mind 1,000,000 times before I ever saw you. I am a seasoned warrior designed for overcoming. You see, I'm immune to loneliness, immune to affliction. and immune to misery. What you gonna do to me? There's nothing that you can do to me that ain't already been done. I'm addicted to the struggle. I've overdosed so many times on struggle that I'm tolerant and numb to it now. See, I don't fear you, nor do I fear those with you, cause you are soft, weak, and unready to face me. I'm determined on the inside, and you will feel the wrath of somebody who will not quit until they get what they came for. See, being at the top, they say, is lonely. But I don't fear being alone. I fear being around average people like you that's trying to make me like you. For years, I thought people used to doubt me or be jealous of my dream. But see, now I realize it was fear. They knew I was gonna do what I said I was gonna do, but they were just scared where they were gonna be sitting when I did it. But now I'm dangerous. People who don't need anyone and are comfortable being alone can accomplish anything. Playtime's over. I'm coming. I'm a product of the struggle, struggle. 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 I'm a product of the struggle. This is Billy Brooks, and I am blessed and unstoppable. To God be the glory. And if you're looking for me, you know where to find me. All day, every day, boy. 120, Grind City. Struggle, struggle. I'm a product of the struggle, struggle. I'm a product of the struggle, struggle. I'm a product of the struggle, struggle. I got a question for you. Are you living life, or is life living you? How bad do you want to be successful? Are you ready to level up in life? Are you ready to go to that next level? Are you sick of being average? I ask you again, are you living life, or is life living you? This August 4th, Orlando, Florida, blessed and unstoppable, the kickoff tour. I'll be teaching a 4-hour, life-changing seminar on the art of greatness. Arise, champion. This event will sell out. Get your tickets now. Billy Brooks live August 4th, Orlando, Florida. Be there. Get your tickets now at billyallsbrooks.com/events.
I know what it feels like to get knocked down. I know what it feels like to have a hope and a dream. And nobody believes in it. You can't worry about yesterday because yesterday is not coming back to look for you. Who speaks to the broken? Who speaks to the individuals that's still in the process? I'm dropping this for you.
I'm telling you to keep going when you face opposition. I'm telling you to keep going when you face adversity.
Believe in everything that you are and understand that within you there's something greater than any obstacle you'll ever face.
I wish I could tell you that if you just keep going, it's going to get lighter. But that's not the truth. The truth is, you got to find something within.
He's going to have to dig deep inside his soul to bring out that king. But I'm telling you to get rid of the things that's not giving you the strength that you need to keep living the life that you have been given. When you come over depression, you raise your arms like a champ. When you overcome bankruptcy, you raise your arms like a champ. When you come over divorce, raise your arms in victory.
You have the warrior spirit in your soul. You have the warrior mindset.
That dream is not going to just sit there and wait for you to come and get it.
When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, when you ain't got nothing left in your tank, you got to think about the people in your life that you're doing this for. And then if you could think about them, you could go one more mile. You could go one more day at work.
Live. Breathe. Life. You. That's what it's about.
You have time. You have the knowledge and the willpower and the discipline to get it done.
Your heart, your life, your happiness is your responsibility and your responsibility alone.
One day you're going to realize your life is yours and there's a lot of people important to you that surround it, but ultimately it's yours.
Then you must decide where you want to invest this life. Invest in something worthwhile.
You have to picture yourself there. Wherever it is, you've got to picture yourself there. All right, the next step is you've got to believe it.
Number one in your life's blueprint should be a deep belief in your own dignity, your own worth, and your own somebodyness. Don't allow anybody to make you feel that you are nobody.
See, sometimes we can't say, I can do that. But what we can say, that it's possible that I can have my dream as we run toward it, as we work on it day in and day out.
They were going to make a change, and then they made it.
This is your moment. It's not tomorrow. It's not next year. It's not when you're going to graduate. It's right here, right now. And every choice you make, you're impacting that thing.
We're going to be lions. You know, when a lion is injured, when a lion is bleeding, he licks his wounds and he keeps walking.
Your time is one of the most powerful tools you will ever have.
Lay hold of it. You lay hold of it. And when that thing tells you to quit, you look at it in his eye and say, I ain't going nowhere. I will break you before you break me.
You will be like a shark. You will think like a shark.
And you can't go backwards, and if you stop swimming, you will die.
If life knocks you down, try and land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up.
This is the year of the what? Act like you hear me. This is the year of the what? This is the year of the what? Act like it.
The moment and the time for you to change your life is now.
Always feel that you count. Always feel that you have worth. And always feel that your life has ultimate significance.
You choose what you're looking for, because what you look for, you find.
That's how life works.
Make good choices, great things happen.
But you've got to believe in you. So believe.
I've heard it all in my career. All the bullshit excuses and the lies people tell themselves. They say things like, I'll start Monday. It's not my fault. It's not fair. I'm too damn tired. Or my personal favorite, I don't have enough time. Let's have a real talk. You know what kind of people do and say these things? Losers. They have a loser mentality through and through. And until they recognize that the problem is them, they'll never improve. Until they develop a winner's mentality, they'll never get what they truly want. What's a winner's mentality, you ask? It means being focused on yourself and not other people. It means having desire. It means wanting it. Willingness to work for it. You simply have to give it everything you have to get it. You need to shut down all negativity and frankly not give a shit what others say and think. You want to know what the 10 most dangerous words in the English language are? What will other people say? And what will other people think? You're the only person who needs to be okay with how you live your life. You could be hated by everyone, and if you're okay with your actions and behavior, you'll be content. At the same time, you could be loved and adored by every damn person on the planet. But if you're not okay with how you've lived your life, you'll go to bed with emptiness. The losers we discussed earlier, there'll never be a shortage of them. People who throw hate your way because of how you live your life, and there'll never be a shortage of people who want to see you fail. So the key is to just do you. Do what makes you happy and do what you think is right. At the end of the day, if you and you alone can look yourself in the mirror and be content with the choices you made, then that's all that matters. Believe in everything that you are and understand that within you there's something greater than any obstacle you'll ever face. Have faith in your abilities. Work hard, never give up, and there's nothing you can't accomplish. With the right amount of confidence, anything is possible. No matter what you set out to do, your first word should always be, I believe in me. The most important person to believe in is always yourself.
Keep going because there's people that don't want to see you succeed. Keep going because you want to prove those people wrong. You want to knock the naysayers down. You want to make them your footstool.
I wish I could tell you that if you just keep going, it's going to get lighter. But that's not the truth. It's when you have nothing left. It's when you depleted all your money, when all your energy gone, when you have nothing left, that's when it's showtime. When you find a way out of no way, when you find breath that you don't have, when you find energy that did not exist, when you want this thing as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you find a way.
If you look at anyone that's happy or successful in life, it's because they know how to keep fear in check. When you want something new and fear pipes up and tells you you can't have it, you've got to say, yes, I can. When you want to try something new and fear pipes up and tells you you shouldn't do it, you've got to say, yes, I should. When you want to go somewhere new or be with someone new and fear pipes up and says you won't do it, you've got to say, yes, I will.
You gotta find something within, and that's gotta push you, and that's gotta elevate you, and that's gotta drive you, and that's gotta move you.
You were created to reach your destiny. You have the power and the ability to reach your destiny. So keep going because
I can't quit. I can't stop. I can't get tired. I can't give up. I can't give in. My mama counting on me. My wife is counting on me. Listen to me. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, when you ain't got nothing left in your tank, you got to think about the people in your life that you're doing this for. And then if you could think about them, you could go one more mile. You could go one more day at work.
Keep going because you're recreating history and leaving a legacy.
But we must keep moving. We must keep going. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl, but by all means, keep moving.
Yes, it hurts sometimes when you feel alone. It hurts sometimes when you're in that dark place and you feel no one cares about you. The first thing you got to realize is that you got to love yourself. It's about self-love. Start understanding that if you're going to do something with your life, you got to fall in love with yourself again. You got to stop self-hating yourself. Do something that's going to make you a better person. Make an impact in this world. Don't look at it as though it's something that you got to do temporary. Although we know that life is short, like many people in this world, they didn't realize that the next day they was going to be diagnosed with a cancer. They thought that tomorrow was going to be waiting for them, and they did not wake up. But you are still living. Now, what do you have to do? How are you going to move forward? How are you going to proceed your life? Life is not a game. Life is living. There's the good and there's the bad, and there's definitely the right now. You can't wait for somebody else to make your life better. You got to make your life better. You got to focus on you. Now, I'm not saying forget the rest of the people, but I'm telling you to get rid of the things that are not making you strong, that are not making you better, that are not making you efficient, that's not putting you in a better place, that's not giving you the strength that you need to keep living the life that you have been given. Don't you give up on life, because once your life is over, you can't come back. Leave your mark. Help someone. Lift someone up when they're down. Be the strength for others when they're weak. And maybe when you're at the weakest point in your life, someone will lift you up. Because we all struggle. No one is immune to it. So keep fighting forward. Don't give up. Live. Breathe. Life. You. That's what it's about. It's gonna hurt. Sometimes it's gonna get tough. But when it get tough, you get tough. Just make sure you make your mark. Make sure you make your mark in this world. Because somebody didn't make it today. But you did. Keep living. Keep living strong. Don't give up. It is not about worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow, because guess what? Tomorrow doesn't owe you or me anything. And matter of fact, tomorrow has already made up its mind. You have this moment. You can't worry about yesterday, because yesterday is not coming back to look for you. Whatever you had the chance to do yesterday won't come back. But you have this moment. You have this chance to do something great with this life that you have been given. You may have been through a lot in your life. You may have been through hell in your life. But hell doesn't own you. Hell did not create you. Life has been given to you from a higher power. Something that you need to understand, that no matter who you are. In this world that we live in today, everyone must struggle. Everyone must suffer. But everybody that is going through something always has a story to tell. Most people that are successful right now had to go through something to get what they got to this day. Some people are not even willing to hurt and to feel that so that they get what it is that they want. But let's go beyond that. What about the other people out here who can't walk? What about the people out there who can't talk? What about the people out there that are suffering from diseases that cannot be cured from? What about you? What about you? What are you gonna do about the life you have? How are you gonna live? How far are you gonna go? Do you feel sorry for yourself because you're having a bad day? Do you feel sorry for yourself because you lost your job? Do you feel sorry for yourself because you just feel like you're just not having the day that you want to have because the day that you have is not the way you want it to go? Or do you feel that you deserve a pat on your back because you did a good thing? We all got a responsibility. We all got to be accountable. We all got to put in work, but don't give up. Because there's somebody out there right now that is hurting. There's somebody out there right now that is struggling. There's somebody out there right now that's got it a little bit tougher than you do. So why are you gonna give up now? Anything that comes your way, you got to be prepared to accept the challenge and go through it. Don't lay on your back. If something's on your chest, get it off. As long as you're breathing, as long as that heart is pumping blood, you're not dead yet. They haven't put rose petals on your box yet. Make sure every breath you take counts for something. It's time to understand that if you want to get something out of your life, you got to be willing to work for it. How much are you really willing to give? Are you prepared to hurt? Are you prepared to struggle? Because if you're not that person, then lay back down. Stay where you are. Don't move forward. Move backwards. But if you are the person that you say you are, we don't have time to wait. Because time doesn't owe you anything. Time is not thinking about you. Time has already made up its mind. What you gonna do? Who said it's supposed to be easy? It takes grit. It takes tenacity. It takes sacrifice. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. This is not a pity party. But you got the right to celebrate the life. Because no matter if it's good or if it's bad, nothing is greater than living. Because if you're living, there's a possibility to change something. But not just change it, evolve it. Evolve it to something greater. Being able to take something that may not be nothing to others, but may mean something to you. There are so many people in this world that don't believe in you. But while you're sitting around worrying about people believing in you, why don't you focus on believing in yourself? Live, breathe, life, you. That's what it's about.
There's a fight right around the corner just waiting for you. And you better learn how to fight.
You got to get up every morning, fighting, clawing, scratching. You got to beat depression, You got to beat anxiety. You got to beat the naysayers. You got to beat that little voice in your head that's telling you you're not good enough.
When I think about fighting, I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about situations. I'm talking about circumstances. I'm talking about opportunities that sometimes you have to fight for. Come on, life, let's fight. Let's go. Come on, job, let's go. Come on, career, let's go. I'm going to go to war.
That dream is not going to just sit there and wait for you to come and get it. You got to chase it. Like a man possessed. You got to go get it.
But to win fights, you got to have stamina. You got to be ready to fight and bounce back. Punch and counter punch. Jab and jab back. Let me tell you something. Life is a series of fights. The worst thing you can do is run away from your fights. Because if life is a series of fights and you run away, you just ran away from your life.
We got to fight. We got to fight. We can't lay down. When you lay down, you get ran over.
When you about to fight, you know a fight's coming, your adrenaline begins to pump. Your heart begins to race. Your mind gets right and say, look, I'm not going to just fight. I'm going to win this battle, and sucker, you going down. Some of you guys out there are fighting for your life. Why? Because the doctor told you you have cancer. You better not feel sorry for yourself. You better not lay down and quit. You better get up and fight, because a happy spirit does the body good like medicine. Fighting for your future, fighting for your dreams, fighting for success. When you come over depression, you raise your arms like a champ. When you overcome bankruptcy, you raise your arms like a champ. When you come over divorce, raise your arms in victory. Sometimes in life, you get caught with a good one. You didn't see divorce coming. You didn't see cheating coming. You didn't see being fired coming. You got sucker punched. Oh, I've been sucker punched before, but that doesn't mean I can't stop fighting. We got to get up, baby. When you get sucker punched, get up. When you get hit in the gut, get up. Because if you want to win this war, you got to learn how to fight one battle at a time, one war at a time. Because you might not win every fight, but you got to win the war. You gotta have the right attitude, the right mindset, the right mentality, not just to fight. It's gonna be a war, and you don't quit until you win. It's gonna be a war. And don't you quit until you win.
Let's fight, let's fight, let's fight, and let's fight.
Success is a war over the invisible. It's having the faith and vision to see what could be, can be, and will be when consistently watered with an undeniable grind. Truth, the language of those who are truly alive. Soaring on wings of faith, they gracefully fly, radiating the power that they found down inside. Wrapped in fire, watch the chosen climb. Something in them refuses to be denied. Seizing the moment they know the time has arrived. Refusing to doubt or believe any of his lies. We call these people overcomers because they know how to climb. Everywhere that you look around you, you can sense that people don't want to see you succeed. But I'm gonna plant this in your spirit. The fire and truth on the inside of you will make room for you, whether the haters like you or not. Doubt is the best salesman that there's ever been. He gets up every day and knocks on your door trying to sell you on the lie that you aren't good enough. But those who can sit in silence and still believe shall one day hear the music of that which they believe for. Each time you face something you fear, in truth, you go to a deeper level of growth, awareness, and personal power. See, the fire grows inside of you when you own and accept everything about you. It's time to stop running and climb. There's 3 types of people in this world. Those in the game, those on the sidelines, and those in the stand watching. The time has come for you to make a decision right now. Which one of those 3 do you want to be? Climb. Now you could tell when somebody's about to go to the next level in life, because you can see it in their eyes when the world turns their back on you. Climb. When the whole world calls you crazy because your dream is so big. Climb. And when you feel like you are at the end of yourself and that you can't take another step, still climb. The most difficult and pivotal times in your life, you will have to travel alone. But those who can sit in silence and still believe shall one day hear the music that they believe for. Climb! Warriors and overcomers, they know how to climb. As an heir to the promise, God has given you an inheritance beyond your own capability. The only way you will be able to come in possession of this inheritance is by faith. The real revolution is self-awareness. It's when you awaken to the truth that you yourself determine your own peace, success, and outcome in life. Real success, real transformation, real emancipation starts when you finally awaken to your own individual power and the God who gave it to you. Then you boldly wrap yourself in faith and unleash yourself upon the world. Climb, champion. Climb, warrior. Climb, overcomer. Climb, soldier. Climb, wrapped in fire. The chosen climb. This is Billy Allsbrooks. And I am blessed and unstoppable via true music. And to God be the glory.
I see millions of motivational speakers that speak to the rich, that speak to the successful. I said, who speaks to the broken? Who speaks to the individuals that's still in the process? Who speaks to the individuals that doesn't want to live anymore? Every motivational speech you ever heard, I was talking to myself and I was telling my story. I couldn't read till I was 16. I buried my mother to a heroin overdose. My father was a hitman. I used to sneak in crack houses to sleep next to my mom to make sure she was safe at night. But through all the chaos and all the pain, God built a warrior. So when y'all see King Hollis, and every time I drop a speech, I'm dropping it for you. That person that want to give up on his life, I'm dropping it for you. That person that don't know that they have greatness inside of them, I'm dropping this for you.
See the difference between a good player and a great player. See, that good player does just the minimum to get by. That great player pushes his body past the limit. He leaves every single drop of blood on the field. And whatever he does in life, he wants to be remembered as the greatest. He does that extra 10 when the coach only asks for 20. He runs that extra mile when the coach only asks for 5. See, he knows he's gonna have to dig deep inside his soul to bring out that king, to bring out that legend, to bring out that power that lays in every single one of us. But we won't go deep enough to get it. We're not gonna be good. We're gonna be great.
Winston Churchill said the destiny of man is not measured by material computations. When great forces are on the move in the world, we learn we're spirits, not animals. And he said there's something going on in time and space and beyond time and space, which, whether we like it or not, spells duty. You and I have a rendezvous with destiny.
You have the capacity to leave a lasting impact, an indelible impression upon this world.
It is about becoming a master of your own destiny. As your understanding and perception of life deepens, you will see everything is in your hands.
All of us have something in us that we must live. And if we don't know what it is right now, we must create it or we must find it. All of us have this, whatever this something is.
Just try and dig deep and find out what you're passionate about and live it like there's no tomorrow. I don't care what it is. I don't care what you want to do, but do the hell out of that.
It takes, again, hard work, and it takes perseverance, and again, it just takes context, and it takes perspective.
You gotta put your stake in the ground and go after this thing called your future, because no one's gonna give it to you.
Don't talk about it, don't mull it over, don't plan for it, just get after it.
All of us have seen our destiny at some point in time, and we decided not to listen. We decided to ignore it and say, no, that's not for me. Life came in and slapped us side the head, and we stopped dreaming anymore.
Give it everything you got. And if you fail, you can at least do what? You tried. But if you don't go out there and give 120%, you're not a man.
It's time to understand that if you want to get something out of your life, you got to be willing to work for it. How much are you really willing to give?
You have an everlasting potential, and as long as you have a heartbeat, as long as you have air in your lungs, you have an opportunity to change this world, change your life, and live your dream today.
Don't you dare settle for anything less than what you know you can get.
Just make sure you make your mark. Make sure you make your mark in this world.
When you become what you're supposed to be, then you're going to bless somebody else. And that's what it's really all about.
If you don't get serious with what's going on in front of you, you're going to forfeit everything that you were born to be.
Take the leap of faith and believe that everything is going to be all right. Take that leap of faith. Trust yourself.
To bring out that king, that legend.
As a human being, the strongest thing you've got is your force of will. So take that force of will and make that happen.
Make sure every breath you take counts for something.
That when you get to the spot, you get to the spot for 1,000 others, 1,000,000 others.
Live your life now. Live your dreams now. Start acting like this is your last day on the planet.
Claim the sacred spaces of your minds and move toward that destiny with patience, perseverance, and prayer.
You really want me on the team. What's your approach to recruiting?
You want first place, come play with me. You want second place, go somewhere else. Like, I would watch Magic play. I'd watch Michael play. And I would see them do these unbelievable things, and I'd say, you know, can I get to that level? I don't know, but let's find out.
That's why he's the best player in the game.
Everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. Everything. And so when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you to become better at your craft.
So because you know what you want, the world's giving you exactly the information you need to become better at it.
Because you know what you're looking for.
So many guys tell stories about your work ethic.
Yeah.
What was really your work ethic like, and for how long did you stay disciplined?
Well, I mean, I mean, every day. I mean, since, for 20 years. I mean, it was an everyday process and trying to figure out strengths and weaknesses. For example, jumping ability. Now, my vertical was a 40, it wasn't a 46 or a 45. My hands are big, but they're not massive, right? So you got to figure out ways to strengthen them so your hands are strong enough to be able to palm a ball and do the things that you need to do. Quickness, I was quick, but not insanely quick. I was fast, but not ridiculously fast, right? So I had to rely on skill a lot more. I had to rely on angles a lot more. I had to study the game a lot more. And but I enjoyed it though. So like from the time I can remember when I started watching the game, I studied the game, and it just never changed. It's a good separation for me, emotionally, to be able to put myself in a place where at practice or when I'm training or during games, I switch my mind to something else. I switch my mode into something else, right? For me, it's the equivalent of Maximus, Decimus, Meridius, and Gladiator picking up the dirt, smelling the dirt. It's go time, right? So that was my mental switch. It was like an actor getting ready for a film. You got to put yourself in that cage. When you're in that cage, you are that character. And then when you leave there, it's something completely different. But when I'm in that cage, bro, don't touch me, don't talk to me. Just leave me alone.
How did you get mentally and emotionally so strong where it doesn't bother you?
Well, you got to look at the reality of the situation. Like for me, it's not, you kind of got to get over yourself. Like, it's not about you, man. Like, okay, you feel embarrassed. You're not that important. Like, get over yourself.
That's where you go.
Get over yourself, right? Like you're worried about how people may perceive you, and like you're walking around and it's embarrassing because you shot 5 air balls. Get over yourself, right? And then after that, it's okay, well, why did those air balls happen? Got it. High school, year before, we played 35 games, max, right? Week in between, spaced out, plenty of time to rest. In the NBA, it's back to back to back to back to back to back to back. I didn't have the legs. So you look at the shot, every shot was online. Every shot was online, but every shot was short. Right? I got to get stronger. I got to train differently. The weight training program that I'm doing, I got to tailor it for an 82-game season so that when the playoffs come around, my legs are stronger and that ball gets there. So I look at it with rationale and say, okay, well, the reason why I shot air balls is because my legs aren't there. I go, well, next year they'll be there. That was it.
Done.
Done.
The people who dream and those people who dream big have a different kind of life than the people who don't dream.
If you do not do what you're doing right now well, your goal is just going to be a fancy desire, isn't it?
Whether it's fear or anxiety, whatever it may be, I believe that every single person who's going out to chase their dreams has those voices in their head. I think it's part of the human experience.
Stay strong, have faith, keep pushing through. I've said this before, and I'm living proof of it, is that on the other side of your struggle is something good. On your other side of your struggle is something better. On the other side of your struggle is some sort of success.
So I'm here to tell you today that you can have anything you want, be anyone you want, but you're gonna have to work.
See, dreams, aspirations, they're not easily obtained. But one of the hardest things to do is to keep going. Is to keep chasing.
You don't realize your dreams are so important because your DNA, who you are as a person, is wrapped up in your dreams.
Go after this thing called life. Don't look back and have regrets. Understand that you're at a place and a position right now when hard work and valuing people, nothing can stop you, I promise you.
You have got to make a declaration that this is what you stand for. You're standing up for your dreams. You're standing up for peace of mind. You're standing up for health. You want it. And you're going to go all out to have it.
So your dream will cause you to go insane. Because what you want, it hunts you every single night. See, the big dogs, they won't give you the opportunity. You're going to have to take it.
Keep striving, never give up, fall down 7 times, get up 8.
No matter what happens, you will not quit, because quitting is not an option, because you have a why, you have a passion, you have a purpose.
The people that are running after their dream know they're going to have hard times. They keep on running because they're saying within themselves,
I'm the one. I'm the one. No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it.
I have a dream.
Your DNA is in your dream.
This is your moment. And you got to look in the mirror and believe that.
Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship.
So take advantage of today. Take advantage of tomorrow. Take advantage of every opportunity that you have to do what you want in life.
It's time to ignite the dream. It's time for you to stop settling for just money and really open your game up.
Dreams require sacrifices. Like, my city's expensive, move. My car payments are high, sell your car and take the bus. This is dreams we're talking about. We're talking about dreams.
Champions are champions because they master the art of getting back up. Now, no matter what you do or how much you prepare, at some point in your life, you are gonna get knocked down. But see, for the legends, champions, warriors, and for the overcomers, no obstacle, no trial, no tribulation, no situation is strong enough to keep them there. Put that loss and defeat behind you. Awaken the giant within you. How you respond right now will define you. Tap into that greatness on the inside of you. They doubt you, so the world will try you. But don't you let anything deny you. Show the world you still have fight in you. Let them all see that champion inside of you. Let them all see that champion inside of you. Each challenge you face is a great big mirror that allows you to see inside yourself. The way you respond to struggle will reveal to the world who you really are. Being a champion isn't just about the doing part. It's about the being part. You gotta become that person. I wanna ask you this question. Are you living life or is life living you? You keep accepting average. Why? You keep settling for average. You keep conceding to average. Why? You weren't designed to be mediocre, to be average, to be nothing less than the best warrior. Legend. Show them what a champion looks like. The bitter taste of defeat, the sting of a loss. Never again, said the champion. Whatever the cost, fight back to the day they bury me. Do or die by any righteous means necessary. I will overcome because that's who I am. Mama didn't raise no quitter. The struggle's real, but my God's bigger. Mama didn't raise no quitter. The struggle's real, but my God's bigger. Fearless. Nothing's gonna stop me. Average is the only thing that haunts me. I won't buy the lies the enemy tells me. Unstoppable. My God won't fail me. I am type, the lion, beast mode, vision. I dream with my eyes closed. I am type, the lion, beast mode, vision. I dream with my eyes closed. Hungry, dedicated to greatness. Victory's mine. I'm gonna take it. The struggle's real. The crime made me. The pain hurt, but it did not break me. The pain hurt, but it did not break me. The pain hurt, but it did not break me. Mama didn't raise no quitter. I told life, whatever you got, bring it on. My God's bigger. That's why I'm blessed and unstoppable. Legends and champions. This is Billy Allsbrooks, and my God still lives. And to him be the glory.
The most obsolete idea is go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, get out of debt, and invest for the long term in the stock market. See, why would you save money when they're printing trillions of dollars? The gap between the 1% and 99% is massive. You see, it's not just money. You have to step back and look at the bigger picture.
So what do you do?
In every one of us is a poor person. There's still a poor person inside me. There's also a middle-class person, and the middle-class persons want security. They want that steady paycheck. And there's a rich person. And they're all inside of us, except that it's not taught. You're taught to go to school, get a job, and get a paycheck. You're not taught how to get rich. If you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, my rich dad refused to pay me. He said the paycheck was one of the most damaging things you could take in your life. He says the moment you take a paycheck, you're an employee, and that's the mindset. So my rich dad never paid me. It drove my poor dad, government employee, nuts. You gotta pay people, you gotta pay people. And Rich Dad was not saying that the paycheck was bad. He says you didn't want to be a slave to money. So as an entrepreneur, if Rich Dad folded, I just started another company. I don't need a paycheck. I don't need anybody to take care of me. If my government doesn't like me, I move to another country because they need entrepreneurs there. So the entrepreneur is not so much the business. The entrepreneur is really the mindset and the skill sets and the different set of rules. You see, I don't operate, small business does not operate in the same rules as big business. Entrepreneur is a mindset first, a skill set, and rules. And depending upon whether you're an employee or a small business, the rules are different. The mindsets are different, the skill sets are different.
If you could say one thing to somebody who's never been an entrepreneur and they're thinking about making the leap of faith into becoming an entrepreneur, what could you tell them?
Well, I'll just tell them the same thing that happened to me. My last paycheck, I still remember it clearly. It was one of the worst and the best days of my life. And I was in Puerto Rico. I was working for Xerox. And my boss gave me my last, it wasn't a paycheck, it was a bonus check. I think it was about 30,000 bucks. Taxable, it's the only problem with that. So I got this check and I went, holy mackerel. You know what I mean? So I was excited, but I was also disturbed. And so this other guy comes up to me, his name was John. And John says to me, he says, you're gonna be back. I said, why? He says, because you're gonna fail. I looked at him and said, look, few expletive words, because that's what he did. He left Xerox, failed, and he came back. And I said, look, you failed and you came back, but I'm gonna fail and I'm never coming back. And that's the attitude. Do you know what I mean? If you say, well, if I fail, I'll go back to mommy and daddy, then that's what you'll do. So if you fail, that's when I became an entrepreneur, because I had no money. I had no money for years. I didn't have a paycheck. But that's what my rich dad encouraged me to do. He says, when you don't have this paycheck, you get hungrier, smarter, and it's a test of your character. Will you become a crook? Will you become dishonest? Will you cheat and steal? Or will you become a better human being? So really, that's the benefit of becoming an entrepreneur, is you really find out who you are when you don't have anything.
The journey. Where a man or a woman is made. The journey. The places where you bury loved ones. And you gotta keep going on without it. The journey. The moment when you get that phone call, when you've been going to interviews for months and months and months, and they give you that call back and they say, I'm sorry, we just didn't have what we were looking for. Is somebody out there right now? Is somebody out there talking about quitting right now? And I want you to look me in my eyes and listen to me. You are special. No matter if you have a degree, no matter if you work at McDonald's, you are special. You're gifts. You're special gifts. You were born with it. That's where you will find your greatness. The journey. I need you to understand this. It's you versus you. Your dream versus the world. Don't let them stop it. Let them see it. Let them see it shine. Some gonna fail tests, some gonna lose family members. But what not? Keep chasing. The dream that hurts you. The dream that bites and eats at your soul. Because this is the only thing you want to do. But just like when Coach used to say, keep running. I can hear him now. He's saying, keep running, Will. Keep running. I know you're tired. Keep running. You want that degree? Keep running. You want that high school diploma? Keep running. You want to save your mama up in projects? Keep running. You want a beautiful life? Keep running. Let them watch you rise like the phoenix and become one of the greatest this world has ever seen.
Tick tock.
What is ticking off here is not the clock, it's your life.
You are running out of time.
I hear the clock ticking. That's what I hear, and the end is nigh.
You don't know how much time you have. You keep telling yourself you got time and watch what happens.
If you don't take a hold of your life, if you don't get serious with what's going on in front of you, you're gonna forfeit everything that you were born to be.
Time waits for no man.
That clock, it's always ticking.
Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life.
You got to give it everything you got, whether it's your time, your talent, or your treasures.
When's the time to jump in the pool? When's the time to kiss the boy? When's the time to get married? When's the time to take the training wheels off the bike? When's the time to live your life? The answer is, I don't know. Nobody knows. There's no right answer. There's that moment in time.
However you spend your time, that tells you who you are.
Stop waiting for tomorrow. Stop waiting for the perfect moment.
And I'm saying to you, whatever you got to do it, because if you don't, life is going to whoop you until you surrender.
Tick tock.
Who's not going to see you accomplish your goals? Who's not going to see you blow up? Who's not going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor with you? Who put in why? Because you average. And one day you're going to be great, but you think you got time.
Fight that ticking clock with everything you got.
Time is one of the most powerful, important tools that any of us will ever get, because time we never get back.
You got to have faith, and that faith gives you patience. That it's not going to happen as quickly as you want it to happen.
There's not an hour that's going to go by. There's not a minute that's going to go by that is not accounted for.
Greatness takes time.
Tick tock.
I know what it feels like to sit on a bench. I know what it feels like to get knocked down. I know what it feels like to have a hope and a dream, and nobody believes in it but a few people. Go for your dreams. Don't live life with regrets. Go for your dreams. Don't live life with regrets. Go for your dreams. Don't live life with regrets. I could always hear my daddy's voice. You have children, you have grandchildren. Can your children and grandchildren hear your voice? I could always hear my daddy's voice. He would say, go out, have a good time, play with your friends, but don't let the street lights beat you home. When I started my motivational speaking business, I called my daddy and said, Daddy, I'm going to be a motivational speaker. He said, son, you think you can be successful at it? I said, yes, sir. You think you can make a lot of money at it? I said, yes, sir. He says, go for it. That's all my daddy said to me was go for it.
So when I think about life, when I think about my goals, one thing he did for me as a father is to make sure I was always where I was supposed to be. He would have me write my goals down, and he would check in periodically, basically asking me, Walter, where are you supposed to be? Fathers, do you realize how powerful that is? If you ask that question of your kids, what are your goals? What are your future? Who do you want to be when you grow up? And every now and then check in by asking a simple question. Where are you supposed to be? The bell is ringing, and I came to ring your bell and ask you the question, Father, where are you supposed to be? And ask that question to your children. Where are you supposed to be?
And don't you quit until you're number one.
I want you to know that you matter. Yep, I said it. You. Not anybody else, but you. You matter. When you wake up in the morning, I want you to know what you do matters. When you brush your teeth in the morning, I want you to know that you matter. When you iron your clothes in the morning and you don't feel like getting out of bed, I want you to know that you matter. I want you to understand that you matter because what you do could change somebody's life and the trajectory of what they can overcome. I want you to know that you matter because nobody ever told me that I mattered. I want you to know that you matter because you got people that's dependent on you right now. You may have some kids. You may have some younger siblings. You may have mom, dad, grandma, auntie. There's somebody out there that's dependent on you. So I want you to know that you matter. You have the ability. And you have the tools and the power and all of the amazing characteristics that are on the inside of you are ready to come out and come to fruition and ready to see you walking your purpose and who you were called to be and what you were called to do. Because you and I are the aspirin to somebody's headache. How long are you gonna let them suffer? So I want you to know that you matter. Because I remember my 8th grade teacher told me I'll never be anything in life. I'll either be dead or in jail. So I want you to know that you matter. I'm telling you that I'm dependent on you because you matter. And nobody can tell you what you can't overcome if they never been through it. So I want you to trust the process. I want you to stay 10 toes down. I want you to understand that you can prove them wrong because I want you to know you matter.
Everyone has been an underdog. Streams all the way back to Little League. When you were a toddler, people will look past you and believe that you didn't have what it takes. What do you want to do to prove them wrong? How are you going to go about that? See, it's beauty in the underdog. Because nobody sees you coming. The struggle of getting people to believe that if they put you in, you won't let them down. The struggle of making people believe that you have what it takes to get the job done. But remember, they will not see you coming as you rise, as you work every single day, tirelessly, for what you dream of. It doesn't matter who says you're not good enough. It doesn't matter if they say you're not qualified enough. The only thing that matters is that you're willing to work your behind off to change their mind frame. Embrace being the underdog. Embrace being the individual that they say cannot do it. This is what life is all about. When we see the underdog win, it puts belief in us. The underdog represents all of the people that's looked at as nothing. We are the true champions. Everyone on Super Bowl Sunday, they root for the underdog. Because there's something about watching the little man, the small people, the people that they say are not that talented, watching them succeed. We had the whole world take our belief out of our head and stab us in the heart with a dagger and told us to not believe. But as they continue to stab, we continue to fight. Because they don't know about the nights when we cried, when we bled the pain out of our system. The blood was the tears. And the underdog is what kept us going. It was the dog underneath the trash, underneath the pain. And we fought to come out of that. Now watch the next time you say, forget the underdog. Because that dog has more bite than that pit bull. Keep fighting. The underdog is truly the greatest. Oh, this is the comeback. Yeah. This is the year of the comeback. You don't know the feeling training. Every single day. Putting your body through pain. Pushing your brain to its limits. Just to come out and injure yourself. See, when you're on top, everybody loves you. Everybody wants to come to the party. But when you're hurt, when you're broken down, king, who is around? The only person that will give you the strength to rise up and be who you are truly meant to be is you. It's that lion inside your chest that's saying, I won't let my career end this way. I'm gonna be greater and better than anything you've ever seen. Because I know what pain feels like. I know what disappointment looks like. And I don't like the look. I'm coming back for everything they told me I wanted. I'm gonna show the world that whatever is broken can truly be fixed. For every athlete, every man that put his all into something and he fell short. Well, just like those kids sitting in those elementary schools, when that teacher asks them to do something and they can't do it, they quit. They pout. They cry. But not us. We're gonna do it until we get it right. We're gonna do it until we write the end of our movie the way we want it to end. Now, if you bet against me, you better get your money back. The comeback.
Life. How beautiful it is. How amazing it is to be able to rise up in the morning and have that sun shine on your face rather than on your grave? What makes life so unique and so beautiful? It is beautiful because whatever you have that you may be facing, what you may be dealing with, life is still good. Life has so many moving parts, but life is always good. Every day is a new day and another opportunity that others may not have. This life that you have been given, this life that you are temporarily holding on to, this life that has been just given to you for only temporary reasons, has more meaning than you can ever imagine. So many people in the world take life for granted instead of realizing that you have to take the opportunity to live it the best way you know how. Now, on this journey of life, you're gonna face a significant amount of circumstances, a significant amount of challenges. You're gonna fall into areas that you cannot understand. And maybe it's not in a position for you to understand at that moment. When you start to feel that you are in a position that you don't love your life, then shame on you. Because your life is a beautiful thing. And no one deserves to ruin it. No one deserves to control it. No one deserves to steal your joy. Your life is your life, and you have the right to live it the best way you can. You must discipline yourself and take full control and responsibility for the outcome or whatever it is that you are seeking at this moment. There are going to be so many different things that you will embark on. There are going to be so many different things that's going to try to slow you down. There are going to be so many different challenges that you must face. But instead of running away from the challenge, run towards the challenge. Be able to understand that life has meaning. It has reason. And all of these things that you may be thinking that is so hard on you, just remember, sometimes you're gonna have to go through these changes, these circumstances that puts you in a position to make you feel that you're not worthy anymore. But make no mistake, you are worthy. You were created for something. You wasn't created for nothing. Life has a gift of giving, a gift of receiving. And whether if it's good or bad, you got to make sure you understand that these circumstances and these challenges has to happen in your life. You will come to a point that you may feel that you are in a hopeless situation. You may come to a point in your life where you're at the end of a rope and the only thing left to do is to climb up, because you only can do so much for so long. But make sure you're doing much more instead of doing less. Stop stressing about the things that you cannot control and start focusing on the things that you have control of. Take control of your life. Take control of the opportunities. Believe in yourself. And know that it is not over for you. So many people out there in this world right now
will try to tell you not to be something that you feel in your heart that you want to be. So many people out there right now are miserable, and they'll try their best to take you with them. Do not let misery control the life that you have. Do not let anyone tell you how to live it. Do not let anyone validate your purpose. Do not let anyone validate your destiny. Someone told you a long time ago that you wasn't worthy. Someone looked you in the eye and said you wasn't gonna make it. I say to you right now that you will make it. I say to you right now that you must make it. I say to you right now that you must tell excuses, fear, and doubt that it has no place in your place of business. For this is your life that you are fighting for. This is your life that you are living for. And make no mistake, no one is gonna do you better than you. Don't wait for something to happen. You make it happen. You make it happen for a reason. And take full responsibility and control of this thing we call life.
I was asked to share with you all something about leadership. And as I began to think about the things that I could say about leadership, my mind went to the typical things you would think of: courage, communication, commitment, patience, empathy. The things that are most visible to us all in the practice of leadership. But as I thought more about the position we find ourselves in and what we might need to reflect upon, I started hearing two words: you matter. You matter. You see, courage is necessary, yes. So is communication. And you're likely not getting far without commitment and patience. But in order to even embody those things or be willing to, you must first be convinced, find confidence in, and likely be reassured of the fact that you matter. I don't even know if anyone has told you this recently, but you matter. Each and every one of us matters. We matter to each other. We matter to our families, our communities. If you don't believe me, think about this. In the middle of a season of uncertainty, each and every one of us has been asked to spend our days not focusing on ourselves, but to focus outwardly and primarily do one thing: serve people. We serve colleagues, we serve friends and family, the communities we are part of, and so likely that means Monday through Sunday, no compromise, no excuses, and likely very little rest. So in the remaining minutes I have, I'm going to remind you again, you matter. We matter. Even if it's just for one person, each of us has been asked to play a role. Doesn't matter how big or small it is, we can help someone navigate their livelihood, their dreams, goals, ambitions, and potentially the very act of keeping food on their table and keeping food on our tables. If that's not a reminder of your significance, I probably should start over. At this very moment, you may not feel successful. Still, you matter. You may feel small. Still, you matter. Unimportant and outright ill-equipped. Doesn't matter, you matter. You might feel beat up, frustrated, confused, paid less than you think you should, but that doesn't change the fact that you are where you are, and it's in a position of significance, and everything you think, say, or do today does matter, because you matter. So, I have some homework for you. Take a look in the mirror. Take a selfie, take a screenshot, whatever it needs to be. Spend a few seconds and look at yourself and say to yourself, I'm looking at someone who matters. Do it because you do. From there, I want you to tell someone else, whether it's a DM, a phone call, a text message, or an email. Tell someone else on your team or your inner circle how much they matter. Every day matters. All the time it matters. And it matters because you matter. It matters because we matter.
Wake up every single day thinking about how can I change my life? How can I stand on the stage with the giants? I realized that everything I ever dreamed of lives in the sky, and I must jump every single day to go reclaim what's mine. And that's royalty. As long as you believe in that very gift that you have in the bottom of your stomach, that fire that burns, that dream that wakes you up in the middle of the night and have you screaming to the sun, rise, so I can go after this dream. That is the very thing that you should chase every single day. It's you versus you. Your dream versus the world. You're gonna have to be phenomenal in everything you do because everyone in the world is chasing greatness. And what do you do when a man is going 100 miles per hour and you haven't even started the engine yet? Embrace being the individual that they say cannot do. The best gifts come from the bottom. They will not see you coming as you rise, as you work every single day, tirelessly, for what you dream of. Now if you turn your back on me, I promise I'm gonna make you turn around. You will call me king. You will call me king. We gotta make this decision in our lives today, kings and queens, that we will not be ordinary. We will be great. You have an everlasting potential. And as long as you have a heartbeat, as long as you have air in your lungs, you have an opportunity to change this world, change your life, and live your dream today. We will be kings. I see millions of motivational speakers that speak to the rich, that speak to the successful. I said, who speaks to the broken? Who speaks to the individuals that's still in the process? Who speaks to the individuals that doesn't want to live anymore? Every motivational speech you ever heard, I was talking to myself and I was telling my story. I couldn't read till I was 16. I buried my mother to a heroin overdose. My father was a hitman. I used to sneak in crack houses to sleep next to my mom to make sure she was safe at night. But through all the chaos and all the pain, God built a warrior. So when y'all see King Hollis, and every time I drop a speech, I'm dropping it for you. That person that want to give up on his life, I'm dropping it for you. That person that don't know that they have greatness inside of them, I'm dropping this for you. See the difference between a good player and a great player. See, that good player does just the minimum to get by. That great player pushes his body past the limit. He leaves every single drop of blood on the field. And whatever he does in life, he wants to be remembered as the greatest. He does that extra 10 when the coach only asks for 20. He runs that extra mile when the coach only asks for 5. See, he knows he's gonna have to dig deep inside his soul to bring out that king, to bring out that legend, to bring out that power that lays in every single one of us. But we won't go deep enough to give. We're not gonna be good. We're gonna be great. Being broke is a mindset. That's something that you put inside your head. That's something that you tell yourself every single day. I literally started from the side of a Turkey Hill gas station. And all I did was ask someone, could you give me an opportunity to go into your studio? Could you give me an opportunity to walk into this place every single day and create my motivation? The time didn't take long. It was only 2 to 3 minutes and I'll finish a speech and I'll give it out. Because many of you guys don't know, I do not write speeches. Everything I do is from the heart. So what I did was I truly believed that I have something special to give this world. And I want you to know that you have something special to give this world. Don't ever believe that the lack of funds is the reason why you're not being successful. This is not true. The lack of belief is why you're not successful. Every single human being on this earth is a walking $1 million check. And our belief in ourselves, our grind, our true grit to wake up every single day and tell ourselves and tell the world that I will be something special.
is what separates you from everyone else. I learned that when I stop being envious of people and stop judging people and stop being angry that I'm not on their level, is when I truly started to elevate in my career. I told myself I will never take a dollar bill from another person. I will never sell my dream and my gift to anyone for any dollar amount. Don't you ever do that. And every morning you wake up and you look in the mirror, I want you to look in that mirror and I want you to tell yourself that I am special, I am great, and I am phenomenal. Nobody will stop me from reaching my goal. My goal, my individual goal, is to become one of the best speakers of all time. But I know I have so much work to do. While they sleep, I must work. While they party, I must grind. While they procrastinate, I must go after my future with a relentless effort. And I want you guys to grow to be successful with me. I don't want to just be successful by myself. I want my message to grow other people and make other people successful. That's what life is truly about. It's about picking great individuals and taking them with you. We got to make this decision in our life today, kings and queens, that we will not be ordinary. We will be great. We will be kings. This life is about serving and giving and being true. We live in a world where people believe everybody is out to get you. But I'm telling you now, some people is just out to love you. So for the rest of my career and the rest of my life, I want you to look at William Hollis as your brother, your family, because we are. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter where you came from. The only thing that matters is who loves you now. Growing up in the projects of Pontiac, Michigan, I realized two things. I realized that I won't make it if I believe that this is my reality for the rest of my life. And two, I had to realize that all the knowledge and my gifts were already placed inside of me at birth. All I have to do is fine tune. All I have to do is keep working on this craft every single day, and I can be successful. When I sat on the side of that Turkey Hill gas station, I realized that no one would believe in me. No one will say, William Hollis, one day your speeches will be played all around the world. No one. And I realized that pain was necessary. I realized that without my belief, I cannot go to the next level. And I want you guys to know, every piece of motivation I give you, I'm talking to myself. The world just happens to hear me. Let's become legendary. Let's not focus on who don't see anything in us. Let's focus on everything that does. You are filthy rich. You were born rich. We're going to forget about the generational lack. We're going to forget about the people who left us. And we're going to focus on the people who loves us. We're going to focus on the people who believe in us. Because you have greatness inside of you. You have an everlasting potential. And as long as you have a heartbeat, as long as you have air in your lungs, you have an opportunity to change this world, change your life, and live your dream today. You are not broke. You are filthy rich. You were born rich. We will be royal forever.
sometimes your life won't turn out how you planned it. It turns out how you work for it. How you wake up and you chase that dream every single morning. It's what you give your time and your energy to that takes you to the next level. You see, I witnessed the death of my mother, the death of my grandfather, the incarceration of my father, and still I stood. Because when I walked in those projects, I realized one thing. I realized this, that my dream never lived down there. I realized that everything I ever dreamed of lives in the sky, and I must jump every single day to go reclaim what's mine. And that's royalty. You see, many of us believe that just because our father was a drug dealer and our uncle was a drug dealer, that is our life and that is our forever. But I want you to know something. That is only a lesson to show us to be something more than what they thought we can be. You see, when a family tree is dying, all you have to do is take care of the roots. And if the roots is too dead to bring the tree back alive, you plant another one. Young king and queen, I'm sorry, but we live in a generation today where you're going to have to grow up right now. You're going to have to be phenomenal in everything you do because everyone in the world is chasing greatness. And what do you do when a man is going 100 miles per hour and you haven't even started the engine yet? The best gifts come from the bottom. They say, well, why you want to be great? I don't want to be great for me. I want to be great so them project babies can look in the mirror and say, I am too. I am special. That flower grew in the same streets that I grew up in. That rose up through that concrete, and so can I. It's a mentality. Roses can grow in the projects if you take care of the soil. It don't matter how big the house is, baby. It's the love inside of it. Take care of your community. Take care of your brothers and sisters. Hold cowards accountable for what they put in your neighborhoods. Put your crown back on your head. Let the world know your name, king and queen. This means you gotta work. This means you have to grind when they sleep. You gotta grind when they won't. You gotta grind when you do not feel like it. And this in all areas in life. School, sports, your religion. Consistency is the tunnel to greatness. Consistency will turn an ordinary man into something he never thought he can be. I want you to look in the mirror, young kings and queens, today. If you're growing up with nothing and you're growing up without, I want you to look in the mirror and I want you to say these words. I want you to say that I am royalty. I am more of my generational curses. I am more than my drug addict father. I am more than my incarcerated uncle. No, I'm not better than them, but I want to do better for them. I want to give our last name a legacy that will be remembered forever. That when people speak of it, people will smile automatically. See, this type of greatness I'm talking about when I die, they can't even fit another body in the church. because what I gave the world. You see all these men standing on top of the world. You think they're special, you think they're everything, but you don't know what they did to get there, kings and queens. Are you willing to sell your soul for material things? Because right now, we're losing the battle to the evil, and I'm telling you, young kings, I need you to come back. I need you to come back to the kings and queens that I know you are as great citizens. You know, young kings that walk in the room with his pants pulled up, and young queens that cover her body and only show her face because she knows she's beautiful and she loves the skin she's in. You see, I want to bring us back to that. I want to eliminate the NIGGA mindset and bring the king mindset, because that's what we were born of. Royalty. You see, kings and queens, life is like one man standing on one single street. And the Creator says, stay in your lane. If you stay in this lane, you will continue to ride. But if you pay attention to all the other cars, you will crash. What do I mean? I mean, don't pay attention to the next man. Pay attention to the best man. See, the best man is whoever you believe he is, because the mind has power. Your mouth and your words have power. I became a speaker by walking into a school after having suicidal thoughts, ready to blow my brains out. I wanted to give some children something that they can take forever, something that can last forever, something that can push them to the next level, and then I wanted to die. But God did a funny thing when I walked out that school in Reading, Pennsylvania. 5 minutes walking down that street, I get a phone call and they say, Mr. Hollins, how much do you charge to speak? And that was the day my career started. Since then, I have done nothing but speak. Since then, I've paid every bill with nothing but what I make from what I speak. Since then, I've had a meal every single night. Since then, I've met beautiful, kind people that helped me go to the next level. Since then, you get my point. God is amazing. See, I thought it was about time that somebody came to the world and they gave people true words. You know, not just talk to the people with the big wallets and the big purses. I'm talking about the people that have nothing. I'm talking about the people who can barely get cough syrup and barely feed their babies. I'm talking about the mothers left alone. I'm talking about the fathers just lost that never had a father and had a baby and still don't know how to be a father, and they call the deadbeat every single day. See, the thing about this world, they believe that you can just vanish somebody into something, but I want you to know something. When God put his hands on it, you cannot vanish anything. Because that's the same man that turned dirt into man. See, we tend to forget these things. We tend to forget how extraordinary our Father is. See, you got powers and we like him. You got to awaken that power. You got to bring it to life, and you got to show the world that this is real. People always ask me the question. They say, Will, when have you found what you love to do? I say, you found what you love to do when it becomes easy to you and amazing to the world. See, I hope you're listening to me today, because I'm giving you my heart. I'm giving you my soul. I'm giving you what they call real motivation. See, no, I will never come to you kings and queens with that lions, tigers, and bears, because I'm not a lion, tiger, or bear. I was born in the jungle, though. But we made it out. Because you know what they say about real lions? We take over the pack. And we lead it. See, that's the thing. We got a lot of lions out there in those neighborhoods, drug dealers, killers, whatever you want to call yourself. And I want you to know, King, you special. You misguided, but you special. I know you grew up without a father and your mother left you and nobody ever loved you and nobody ever told you you can be anything and you believed it. But I want to tell you this, that you are phenomenal. You are a king. You come from royal blood. You stand on the tip top of the pyramids. You are royalty, king. You are a light. You are a star. The question is, do you believe you are? Everyone has been an underdog. Streams all the way back to Little League. When you were a toddler, people will look past you and believe that you didn't have what it takes. What do you want to do to prove them wrong? How are you going to go about that? See, it's beauty in the underdog. Because nobody sees you coming. The struggle of getting people to believe that if they put you in, you won't let them down. The struggle of making people believe that you have what it takes to get the job done. But remember, they will not see you coming as you rise, as you work every single day, tirelessly, for what you dream of. It doesn't matter who says you're not good enough. It doesn't matter if they say you're not qualified enough. The only thing that matters is that you're willing to work your behind off to change their mind frame. Embrace being the underdog. Embrace being the individual that they say cannot do it. This is what life is all about. When we see the underdog win, it puts belief in us. The underdog represents all of the people that's looked at as nothing. We are the true champions. Everyone on Super Bowl Sunday, they root for the underdog. Because it's something about watching the little man, the small people, the people that they say are not that talented. Watching them succeed. We had the whole world take our belief out of our head and stab us in the heart with a dagger and told us to not believe. But as they continue to stab, we continue to fight. Because they don't know about the nights when we cried, when we bled the pain out of our system. The blood was the tears. And the underdog is what kept us going. It was the dog underneath the trash, underneath the pain. And we fought to come out of that. Now watch the next time you say, forget the underdog. Because that dog has more bite than that pit bull. Keep fighting. The underdog is truly the greatest. Oh, this is the comeback. Yeah. This is the year of the comeback. You don't know the feeling draining. Every single day, putting your body through pain. Pushing your brain to its limits. Just to come out and injure yourself. See, when you're on top, everybody loves you. Everybody wants to come to the party. But when you're hurt, when you're broken down, King, who is around? The only person that will give you the strength to rise up and be who you are truly meant to be is you. It's that lion inside your chest that's saying, I won't let my career end this way. I'm gonna be greater and better than anything you've ever seen. Because I know what pain feels like. I know what disappointment looks like. And I don't like the look. I'm coming back for everything they told me I wanted. I'm gonna show the world that whatever is broken can truly be fixed. For every athlete, every man that put his all into something and he fell short. Well, just like those kids sitting in those elementary schools, when that teacher asks them to do something and they can't do it, they quit. They pout. They cry. But not us. We're gonna do it until we get it right. We're gonna do it until we write the end of our movie the way we want it to end. Now, if you bet against me, you better get your money back. The comeback. This is for the dreamers. The dreamers that cannot sleep. The dreams that run away from us when we're running our fastest. We will not be last. We will meet our dreams in our paradise. We will marry our dreams. We will hold them tight to our hearts. And we will make them ours. Make them ours forever. Come here, dreams. I'm chasing you. It's all on you. If you fail, it's because you stopped running. If you fail, it's because you stopped grinding. You stopped caring. You stopped working. You stopped working for that dream that dangled in your face. The gifts that God left you. Don't be the person that forgets to open your gift. Because that dream has everything you need in it. That dream is the road that will lead to your paradise. Aren't you tired of McDonald's? Aren't you tired of living check to check? Your dream is your $1 million check. We're gonna turn that apartment into a palace. Let's go take what belongs to us. underdog is truly the greatest.
Greatness will only come to you if you run to it. Greatness will only arise when you step in the fire and you're not afraid to get burnt. Mistakes happen. Trials and tribulations happen. Deaths happen, but you gotta keep going. You gotta keep believing. I need you to develop that what now mentality. You know exactly what I'm talking about. When you lose that job, when everything disappears, what now? Let me tell you. What now is dedication, relentless effort to achieve your dreams, putting a plan together, not just jumping into the water with no life vest, putting a strategic plan together to be greater than you were yesterday, to be greater than anything anybody could ever imagine. See, this thing about dreams, we believe that it's up to other people to believe it. And the truth is, the only person that needs to believe in you is you. Sometimes when terrible things happen to us, we go into this dark shell and we stay there. And we believe that this darkness will be our home forever. But you gotta understand that every pain is a lesson. Every lesson that you learn in the process of life, it's turning you into something phenomenal. Life is painful. In it, we lose some of the greatest things we ever had. But one of the hardest things to do is to keep going. Is to keep chasing. You show them the beautiful, beautiful taste of greatness. You blend your trials and tribulations with triumph, celebration. Because your son, your daughter, your brother, your sister, your mother, your grandfather, your grandmother, they're depending on you. But first you must ask yourself, are you willing to lay down and bleed so you can see the dream? They won't understand this grind, this blood, sweat, and tears of waking up every day, doing something over and over again, knowing that you may not even get paid for it, knowing that you don't even have a meal to eat at night. You see, that is the true sign of a champion. When I say rise, king and queen, I say rise for you, not for me. That freshman is getting ready to go to college. Are you going to take the obstacles that come with it? Are you going to study when they party? Are you going to dream when they sleep? Are you going to beat the obstacles? This is the question you must ask yourself. What we hold back from? What are we holding back from?
The journey, where a man or a woman is made. The journey, the places where you bury loved ones and you gotta keep going on without it. The journey, the moment when you get that phone call, when you've been going to interviews for months and months and months, and they give you that call back and they say, I'm sorry, we just didn't have what we were looking for. Is somebody out there right now? Is somebody out there talking about quitting right now? And I want you to look me in my eyes and listen to me. You are special. No matter if you have a degree, no matter if you work at McDonald's, you are special. Your gifts, your special gifts, you were born with it. That's where you will find your greatness. The journey. I need you to understand this. It's you versus you. Your dream versus the world. Don't let them stop it. Let them see it. Let them see it shine. Some's gonna fail tests. Some's gonna lose family members. But what not? Keep chasing. The dream that hurts you. The dream that bites and eats at your soul. Because this is the only thing you want to do. But just like when Coach used to say, keep running. I can hear him now. He said, keep running, Will. Keep running. I know you're tired. Keep running. You want that degree? Keep running. You want that high school diploma? Keep running. You want to save your mama out in projects? Keep running. You want a beautiful life? Keep running. Let them watch you rise like the phoenix and become one of the greatest this world has ever seen. The journey. This journey of life, this journey full of ups and downs and pain. Are you ready for it? Are you going to sit down in the valley of pity for the rest of your life, or are you going to rise and keep running? This is you versus you. Listen to me again. I need you to understand this. This is you versus you. You see, once you stop paying attention to everything that has nothing to do with you, your life will change. You wake up every single day, you get on your Instagram, you get on your Facebook, and what do? You scroll up to see what's going on in other individuals' lives. And I need you to teach you the lesson of understanding your unique gifts that you have to give this world. You see, what I will relate to you guys with is the fact that I started off with a terrible household. I started off with people telling me, you're gonna be just like your father. I started off with the echoes of the daughters screaming that you will stay in this pit of hell for the rest of your life. And as I watched around me, other kids listened. Other kids made this a part of their DNA. They decided to make this their reality. But I ran away. I ran towards my dreams because I understood that if I do not make it, my family dies in this pit of hell. But the only way I can start running is when I realized that it was me versus me. Not him versus me, or her versus me, or them versus me. It was me versus me. Stop paying attention to the man that's already 100 miles ahead of you and focus on your next step. Put your crown on and become a king. Put your crown on and stop asking for other people to make you great. And you take it. And no, this will not be given to you. This will not just be handed to you. You're gonna have to take it. No, not with force or power, with pure work ethic. I'm talking about relentless effort. I'm talking about that ordinary man outworking the so-called extraordinary man. Put your crown on. I'm gonna tell you a story about one day I had to wake up and I had to go all the way down to another city to speak, and I had no money to get there. All I had was $1.25 and a burned desire to make it. You see, on this day, I learned about life and journeys. I learned that there's going to be people that you love the most, that you look in their eyes and you ask them, do you believe in me? You ask them, do you believe in me? Their mouth will tell you yes, but their eyes tell you no. But it's not about what they did to you, it's about what you're going to do when it's done. Yes, in life we have plenty of people that say, but I say, but what now? You see, that's what life is about. That's what this journey is about. It's about what now? Once we take our eyes off our destination, we start to trip. We start to trip over fake family members and fake relationships. But I promise you, if you look in the mirror and you ask yourself, what do you have to do to be successful? I promise you, your heart will tell you. People always ask me, Will, what is your morning routine? My morning routine is whatever it takes to be the greatest. I like to walk in new pastures and go into new valleys of battles and see if God gave me what it takes to continue to fight that. I will take that phone call. I will answer that email. I will go to the slums. I will go where the killers at. Because I have a duty from the man above to save the souls that's dying inside. You see, the biggest mistake you motivators make in this world is you try to change too much. And what happens when you do things too fast? You make a mess. You see me, I learned this very thing, take it, keep it, caress it. Meet them where they are, so you can take them where you want them to go. Wake up every single day thinking about how can I change my life? How can I stand on the stage with the giants? I started this on homeless on the side of a Turkey Hill gas station, and I told myself I will not die here. I said, how can I build $1 million business with no money? A conscience in my head spoke to me and it said purpose. They said, when you work for your purpose will begin to work for you, and dreams and beautiful things will start to manifest. And I truly believe this. As long as you believe in that very gift that you have in the bottom of your stomach, that fire that burns, that dream that wakes you up in the middle of the night and wakes you up and have you screaming to the sun, rise, so I can go after this dream. That is the very thing that you should chase every single day. If you chase this dream with consistency and you believe, your booking and your calendar will fill up. You want me to come to the middle of the projects? I'm coming. You want me to go where murderers sleep and live? I'm coming. You want me to fight that abusive husband that's beating on you? I'm coming. I'm going to take drug dealers and turn them into community leaders. I'm going to turn murderers into security. I'm going to turn drug addict mothers back into beautiful queens. I'm going to turn broken men into kings. And I'm going to show them that everything you tried to hide, God placed inside of me to tell the truth. So when I say the kings are on the rise, we are on the rise. Whatever you want out of your life, it's up to you to create. Because every human on this earth is born with this empty canvas. And your life is what you paint.
There's nobody more special than anybody on this earth. It's just people that's willing to go down into the valley of nothingness. The valley of darkness. And come back with the sun.
It's time that real comes to life. That's why the world is falling in love with this motivation, because it's real. You can feel it, you can see it, you know it. Because my motivation comes from my darkest days.
And when I realized that I was gonna have to put on my hard hat, that I was gonna have to put on my boots, and I was gonna have to strap up and fight for this dream, that's when things started to happen. I told people I never wanted to be the man